I feel like if Gabrielle wasn't going to go looking for Lacey, her manicurist would, because her nail game is always so strong. I feel like every season, but here we see her all tied up and looking disheveled, spending time here with Sir. Where do we pick up with Lacey?
That's so funny that you say that. Thank you for noticing.
Oh gosh.
Um, yeah, no, I that's funny. Well, we pick up as we see, and they revealed in the trailer that Sir has taken Lacey, and we all know how Sir feels about Lacey, given what he's told Gabrielle. He, harbors deep resentment for her, thinks that Lacey broke up him and Gabrielle in a lot of ways, and so. I think you're going to see uh, Lacey and her resilience, her fear, her terror, and how Sir uses her as a pawn to find his way back to his Gabrielle.
She does have such a bond with Gabrielle as they've been through so much trauma together. Um, is it not? I mean, I guess it's not surprising to Lacey how far Gabrielle will go to get her back.
No, no, I mean, I think Gabby, I'm gonna call her Gabby because he calls her Gabrielle. Sir calls her Gabrielle. So I think Gabby's been through hell. I mean, although she's taken her kidnapper captive and done all that, like the psychological prison that she's been living in with that, I think is going to affect her and how she has to utilize the connection psychologically that she has with Sir and able in order to get into his mind to find Lacey. I think she's always been willing to do whatever it takes. But this one also has a very deep emotional impact on her and something that I think she is going to grapple with a lot of guilt about.
Well, we all know how Gabby internalizes her Sir her Sir interactions. So it's a very intense and very deep series. In this season, as we touched on, you'll be working with Mark Paul a lot more. Talk about working with him, please.
I think Mark Paul is so intentional and intense in the work that he does. I mean, well, he has to be with Sir, but I working with him was a gift because I felt like it was grounded from the beginning. It helped me drop in as an actress, especially having to, given the circumstances that they wrote it in, that I am being taken captive with him. So being able to play, being able to like workshop some of those moments and just the experience and weight that he brings is impactful and fun to work in and helps you drop down into the circumstances right away. So it was a gift. It was a gift.
We saw there was sort of a connection with your character and Arlen's character last season. It felt a little bit romantic, maybe. Are we to ship them, or are we still sort of considering it?
What would the ship name be? Zacy? Zacy.
I like that. I could go with that.
Zacy or Leek? I think Zacy would be better. I think Lacey and Zeke have such a special bond. They've both experienced the same trauma, having been taken and, having been taken in childhood. So Zeke is a safe place for Lacey. And I think having a safe place, given through everything that she's been through, is very important. So that connection and that bond only grows given what she's experienced with the betrayal of Gabby, who was her safe place, and what is happening with Sir. So I think you're only going to see that connection deepen. And I don't think either one of them realize that, it may go beyond that, but we'll see.
with such intense scene work to every episode, how do you decompress after a day on set?
Singing and laughter. I think it's with the given the work and the different choices that you have to inhabit in order to bring the work to life. Once you get to actually play the scene. And it's cathartic. It's rewarding to go through that and to feel like you have accomplished what you set out to accomplish as an actor, and then it's over. But it has an intense impact after. And I think, sometimes you don't realize that until the following days. And you're like, why am I so tired? Why am I, feeling very, like vulnerable? And I take rest. I sleep. I watch some good TV. I dance. Pour love and affirmations into myself, and or I go to the gym and I run it out or go to a boxing class and like, gotta get that sir out. Gotta get that bastard. So those are a few things that I do to kind of just decompress and get back into my body, back into myself, and back into my Gabrielle.
Gabrielle Walsh.
Gabrielle Walsh. Yes.
What do you think it is about Found that's just captivated so many viewers?
I mean, this tango that we go through, I think all of the characters are very, I think all the characters are very well written, very well thought out, multidimensional and deep. And you feel that from the beginning, and you feel this special bond that they have. We get to go into the layers of what that is to be taken and to deal with the trauma after having been found. I think also having this hero in Gabby, that isn't just one thing. She isn't just this, you know, strong savior of people. She's dealing with her own darkness and perverting her purpose by becoming that which she hates. And I love that because I think that people life are so complex. They're not one dimensional. Maybe they won't go to the extreme of what this is, but that, that they are fallible, they are human, and, life and what you go through deeply impacts you and can cause you to do things that you thought you never would, can cause you to do the unspeakable. And we get to see that and how one kind of deals with and or reasons, and also getting into all of these people that are a part of the forgotten ones. The over 600,000, I think it is, people are reported missing every year, and over half of those are people of color or people who are in these marginalized uh, parts of life that we can look past or judge and not understand. And Found opens up that shell, and you get to see who these people are, and you get to experience the family and friends and people who are impacted by this. So it humanizes everyone beyond the different parts of life that go, overlooked or misunderstood. And you get to shine a light in there and hopefully raise some type of awareness or consciousness that these things are happening and that these people too do matter.